Hey again everyone, wooootles here, and in this video I'll be doing an overview of the Iris Apartments, the third and the newest of my big low-rise apartments. Built in 2021, this 4-story building has an estimated over 9,000 pieces, featuring 3 retail units on the ground level, apartment units on the upper floors, and the rooftop terrace. In comparison, this setup is similar to the Avenue residences and the Magnolias on 10th that came before it. As a side note, I was originally planning to do an overview of the Magnolias before doing this, but I got intimidated. The Magnolias is simply a more massive build, so I put that off for now. But back to the Iris, this is also one of my more time-consuming builds. For reference, that's about a month longer than the One Wasabi Financial Center build that I had also recently finished. That's because I had some new ideas for the ground floor shops that I haven't done before. We'll take a closer look at those later on, but for now, let's focus on the exterior. Alright, looking at the exterior. Built on a 96 by 32 footprint, that's like 3 large base plates. This is tied for the second largest footprint of any of my builds. The Magnolias is obviously the biggest, and the Iris is tied with One Wasabi. I used standard Wasabi District sidewalks here, which means gray tiles and dark tan studded plates. I have one Tesla supercharger over here. Check out my video of the Tesla Model 3 build, which includes a supercharger, and it's one of my most popular videos in this channel. And hidden in the corner here, I do have a small flower bed just to break up the monotony of the gray tiles. You can see that there are 2 studded areas here and here. There used to be palm trees over there. I poached those palm trees when I extended Wasabi Avenue. I will eventually put trees back there again. As I mentioned earlier, the ground level is all about the shop, so I have the Tesla store, the Lego store, Bath and Body Works, and over here, the leasing office. I use a variety of facade techniques here, so just snot tile techniques here, grill pieces, studded pieces, profile bricks, normal bricks. I use it all. And then the balcony railings are done mainly using black tiles, with a technique that I use in many of my other builds. I did use varying window sizes and placement of balconies, again just to give the building a non-monotonous facade, with the second floor having a large corner balcony. The funny thing about this is, this balcony doesn't have any doors. I think I meant to put a door piece in there, I just ran out at the time, and then I forgot about it. Huh, oh well. The 4th floor has massive glass windows. Wait a second, I noticed something. Alright, fixing that real quick. There we go. I can't believe I didn't notice that earlier. Oh well, anyways, simple use of profile bricks here to give it some cross-hatched patterns. And then this line of poles. I don't know if this is still considered a pergola, but I've seen it done on actual real-life buildings, so I decided, why not, and put it in here as well. The rooftop has a massive terrace with some bench seats in front of this long bed of flowers. This curved wall is done using a simple connection of 1x2 bricks and round plates, and it's pretty much a trial and error method trying to fit this into the floor. And of course it wouldn't be my creation if it didn't feature rooftop mechanicals, and I have them here in bunches. I have 6 HVAC units. I got 3 over here and 3 over here, electrical boxes over here, and I've got various piping running along the back. Also over on this side I have the top of the elevator shaft and the top of the staircase, and there's a small table here with a couple of seats for the minifigs. And the last part of the exterior, looking at the back view here, as you can see it's fairly simple. You just got a few doors here for the shops. The 2nd and 3rd floor facade is similar without the balcony. The 4th floor has smaller windows, but it's not particularly special. I mean, normally this view would be facing away from most common angles of the Wasabi District. Anyway, with that, let's jump into the interiors of the ground floors. Alright, the first store I want to look at is this Lego store. When I started to build this store, I didn't even know what the final look of the Iris apartments was going to look like. So yes, I designed the stores first and then figured out the rest later. So the 3 stores in the apartment entrance are all different modules. So this one is a 16 by 32 base plate, 16 wide building as you can see. The front facade is definitely modeled after your typical Lego store in the shopping mall. I wanted this to be realistic instead of trying something fancy. So the signage is just a simple 2x2 brick with a Lego logo. Looking at the top, notice something unusual? Inverted pieces? Yep, this is the roof. I actually designed a roof for this store, and it's typical of what you would find in a Lego store. So this is one of the unique things I was saying when I built this. This is also a candidate for putting in lights, so that's something I had in mind for the future. The side walls are a bit unsightly, but since it's hidden away, don't pay much attention to it. Another thing I have with this store is this easily removable wall, so you can see, mostly for ease of photography. Looking inside the store, you have the typical elements here, like the iconic 2x4 red brick, small minifigure factory, the yellow counters, and of course the pick-a-brick wall. You have the clear shelves lining up the middle part, and then you have the various sets. Some stickers that you see here are from the Lego store sets, but some are custom, including the Star Wars, architecture, Minecraft, and some big exclusives down below. Yes, this is the last Lego store in the world still selling a corner garage. And then on the other side, which is a removable wall, you also have more sets, as you can see here. If you'd notice, at least in North America, from what I've seen, this is how the Lego stores are usually laid out. You have the City Friends creators to the left, and then the licensed sets and the big exclusives to the right. I try to be faithful to that. And then in the back, after removing another easily removable wall panel, we have a shelf with some boxes, and that's it. Alright, we're done with the Lego store. Now we move on to the next module. And here it is, the second store that I built, the Bath and Body Works store. Believe it or not, this idea came to me when I saw the various shades of 1x1 plates that I had in my inventory, and I realized I can make a store out of it. Now, I'm not so familiar with the interior of the store as I am with Lego stores, so I made it a point to enter a few for research, and I'll show you what I came up with. Like the Lego store, it's also in a 16 by 32 base plate, so it has mostly the same dimensions inside. This also features a removable roof. Here's a close look at the roof panel, and also a removable wall. Now this wall has various scented candles. Don't ask me what they are, just grab different colored round bricks and call it a day. And then on the other wall, you have different hand soaps. Again, I just ordered a bunch of trans-colored 1x1s. And then there's a middle area here with more nice smelling concoctions. And then also I just want to point out the blue checkered pattern that permeates all around the store. So lots of 1x1 plates in shades of blue. So the dark blue wall panels, the wooden floors, I think it's typical of a normal Bath and Body Works store. Now I don't have a storage space here like I had with the Lego store, but this is where I put the cash register. Alright, I think we're done with the Bath and Body Works store, so let's look at the last store. And here it is, the Tesla store. As you can see, it's my biggest store. The whole module is built on a combination of base plates totaling 40 by 32 studs. Before we go inside, I want you to pay attention to the lettering. This is done using by a bunch of 1x2 jumper plates to offset the letters by half a stud. And Tesla thankfully has a simple lettering style, so I was able to get the signage fairly close to the original. This brick-built logo, I think, is one of the cooler spots of the build. But the overall exterior is very plain, all things considered, but that's how Tesla stores are. So with that, let's jump into the interior. Have you guys been inside a Tesla store? If so, you would notice it's actually pretty bare bones inside. Usually you have a car or two dominating the inside. In my case, I have one red Tesla Model 3, and that's why I actually built two Model 3s, so I can put one inside as a furnishing for the store. So overall, a pretty Spartan interior. You have a TV screen here, a display showing the paint options, which I believe are still the only 5 options you can pick on a Tesla. I used the sticker sheet to print out pics of my Model 3 builds here. That actually came from my Instagram. And then over here on the other wall, you have a couple of rim samples, another TV screen, and that's it. Oh, and before I forget, this is actually a big door so you can drive the cars on and off the showroom. Alright, and that is it for the stores, and now we will look at the actual apartments. So here's the last ground level module, which is the entrance to the apartment. So this is the other corner unit. You got 32 by 24 studs, and it's a pretty simple exterior, mostly dark bluish gray pieces. The sides are dominated by grill tiles here and here, and then you have large clear windows. The inside is very simple. You have 2 flower pots up front. There's a very small desk where the receptionist hangs out. The back wall consists of clear blue with bright orange and yellow like in the exterior. And then there are 2 ways to go up. One is the elevator shaft right here, and then the staircase over the back wall. With that, let's go to the second floor. And here it is, the apartment unit. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom unit, and it's nearly the entirety of the second floor. I want to point out that this is actually split into 3 modules, just so I don't have one gigantic floor. The first module is the hallway and elevator landing. Nothing special here. You still have the stairs and the elevator shaft. And then on the opposite side, there's a tan couch. But that's it for this part. Let's head into the actual apartment. Once you enter the apartment from this door, you'll be greeted with a large open space where you have the living room, the kitchen, and a small dining area. On one side of the door, you have this massive 4x8 TV screen. I think it's the biggest TV screen in any of the rooms that I've ever built. I've built a simple white couch and coffee table to round out the living room furnitures. And then on this door, it leads to the balcony. And here's a closer look at the kitchen, which comes with a refrigerator, a nice stove with a brown profile brick backsplash, a prominent exhaust vent, and then to the left there you have dual ovens. There's more counter space here, and then in the middle you have an island counter with bar stools and big dual sinks. I just like building kitchens, and this is one of my favorite ones for sure. So past the kitchen, there's a hallway that leads to the rest of the rooms. The first stop is a small bedroom. This is the first build that I've had with closets. Right here. It's something I usually don't include just because of space issues. So it's kind of neat that I had a space to put one in here. Rounding out the rest of the room, you have a small single bed here with a nightstand with a lampshade, some cabinets on the opposite side, and then another door which leads to the second balcony. The next room is a bathroom. This one actually has 2 access points, one from the hallway here, and then there would be another door here to the master's bedroom. There is a bigger walk-in closet over here, and it's in front of the sink and mirror. The last module contains the master's bedroom, which has the suite corner location. In here, there's a bigger king-size bed, 7-stud width, along with 2 nightstands. It's flanked by the door to the hallway and the door to the bathroom. Over on this side, you have a small computer desk with an office chair. And then maybe one day I'll remember to order an extra clear blue door for the big corner balcony in here. And just to show you guys everything, here are the rest of the unfurnished modules. Right, now to put everything together. And there we go. And here it is back in the layout. Like I mentioned, this is a big building, and with 16 modules, it's actually a more complex build than any of my skyscrapers, especially when you take redundant modules into account, which this building doesn't have a whole lot of. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that detailed overview, and hopefully you were inspired by some of what you just saw. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and stay tuned for more on my channel. Again, thanks for watching. Peace.